It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Right there, 54.
Here's Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Hey, one set. Check 154. 154. Hey, Charlie. 54. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
14.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's got Lockett. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
380. Mike's 59. Hey, watch your 36 power. Kill. Extreme.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout.
Pick me up. Here we go. Kill. Got it. 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check safety. Mike's 54.
Rosen hands off to Johnson, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing.
Check three. SOS.
Penny, the first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Number 3, Russell Wilson. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Arizona.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Orbit. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, team.
And they'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 54.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Rosen looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A first down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. It's Rosen. Dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 80. Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up. Pick it up.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball. Game.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Hug. Mike 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey. Check hot route. Hot. Slam.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Check 43. Watch the safety creep. Shift. Go 14. Jump right.
On third down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. Now Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one up. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check out.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Monday.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. L.J. Collier with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Michael Kendricks. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
What? 380. No chance. Alert. Twitch. Watch Twitch. Deuce. Go. 6.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check 50.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They're on to the 2nd half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Second and 10. It's Rosen again. He finds his man Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Bravo!
On first down, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Wilson now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alert, 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 alert.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Good track, good track. 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Michael Kendricks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rosen, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Penny. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This is Penny. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 24, check 24.
Good job right there, good job right there.
Kill.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. There's Wilson to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point good by Prater. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up.